Hello, I'm Claire. Welcome to my channel, Claire Bobbins, and a midweek update. What have I been doing in the sewing room? Well, here we go. It's been, if you caught my Friday sews video last week, you'll know I've been mending and finishing things off and doing small bits and pieces of sewing projects like underwear and finishing things off, tidying up, clearing the decks. So, some time ago, my lovely friend Sandra Stitched, gave me this book. I think she got a duplicate for some reason. Luna Lapin's Friends. Now, if you haven't heard of Luna Lapin, it's a series of books by Sarah Peel, and Sarah Peel's based in the Lake District, and she has a craft shop up there, Cool Crafting, and you can buy all the different bits and pieces you need to make your Luna Lapin and Friends. And this book contains ideas and patterns for some of her makes. There's Freddie the Badger, Freddie's granddad shirt. All the patterns are in here. You can just trace them off. And you can buy you can use any fabrics, but you can buy the beautiful heirloom quality felts from Cool Crafting in the United Kingdom Lake District. And there are a whole lot of heirloom dolls that you can make. They're an heirloom doll rather than a toy. They're designed not necessarily for children, although some children will find them very appropriate, and the ones I've made are for children. But they were primarily to give Sarah something to dress with for her clothing pattern makes. And the patterns are here for all sorts, including bags and bedding and all sorts of lovely, lovely things. So I decided that I was going to make one for the newborn baby next door, our next door neighbours. They're relatively new neighbours, and her little sister. So that's what I've been working on, and I started these ages ago. It was spring or summer, so a few months ago. No, it would have been. She was born on the 1st of July, so it would have probably been maybe mid-July when I thought, that would be a really nice thing to do. So by the time I'd sent for all the stuff and it had arrived, it was probably close to the beginning of August. And I did a little bit of making, and I think, as with any craft that you don't do regularly, you need to kind of get into the swing of things, what is required. I've machine sewn my Lunas. I've only done the Luna Lapin version. I haven't done any of the other animals, and I do intend to do one for myself because I think they're gorgeous. I'd seen them before and liked them, and I had intended to make one for myself, so it's the perfect opportunity to make one for our neighbours. So I decided I was going to make them, and I thought, as a gift, a new baby gift, I would embroider the names of the newborn on the tummy. And that was another idea given me by Sandra. So thank you so much, Sandra. So this is the first one I made, and this one is for Lilietta, the baby, the newborn. And I've embroidered on their tummies the names of both girls. I did do a little bit of video information on this. I used my embroidery module on my Benina. I didn't send for kits as such. I sent for a pack of the felt, and I ordered enough felt for 3 Lunas. I bought the quilting cotton dress and lining for the ears and the feet from my local quilting shop, Cheshire Needlecraft, which I've featured before, and you can find out their details below in the information box. I attached a ribbon lace. So the lace has holes that you can thread ribbon through, and I stitched the lace on and then threaded the linen through afterwards. I love the clothes. I mean, this little dress has a facing and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. I made all of the dolls, the arms articulate, so you can get the clothing on and off. The ears do move, but they're just, you know, that you can't move them other than they just move around as you're holding them. The legs are in a sitting position. There's a little tail at the back, and then the bottom is flat, so they sit down really nicely. And if I pop one, I was going to pop one on the shelf, but that's probably just out of sight for you. But if I pop one maybe on my knee, it's not really going to work, is it, Claire? There we go. They do sit really nicely, and look gorgeous. I did buy a series of labels for them, and I've put small stitches, big hearts on here. And then I also bought some of these little cards. The tails I bought, the buttons for the eyes I bought. I've embroidered the nose with embroidery silks, which are cotton, the anchor ones. And the little card tells you all about Luna Lapin. And it's kind of a little care label. So the label says, "Welcome to Luna Lapin's little world" on the front, and then it says, "Take care of me. Luna Lapin's little world is delicate and therefore requires gentle care. Help your heirloom dolls last a lifetime by keeping them safe and dry and letting our felt friends stay out of rough and tumble and direct sunlight." So it's just to give a little indication to the parents of how they should maybe keep an eye on these dolls. So I'm hoping that they'll be looked after. I mean, you never know, do you? But there we go. But there we are. So I've made two. This is the other one I've made. And I made them because they were for sisters. I tried to make them quite similar, different enough that they could tell which one was which. This was the second one I made. I think I made a slightly better job of making this one. The ears and the feet go nicely with the various dresses. It's the same fabric, quilting fabric I've used for the feet and the ears, but just the different colourway. And then I've picked out the reds, the greens, the jade blue to do the clothing. They both have the little labels. There's a little place to say who's handmade them. So I did machine sew mine, and then there's a little bit of hand sewing just where it was required. I mean, I'm sure I could have hand stitched them, but it would have taken me a long time. I don't do a lot of hand stitching. I do a little bit of hand stitching and hems and so on, but I've majoritively machine stitched them. Two little scut tails, and then again the embroidered names of the little girls on the tummies. So they each have their own. They would have been quite nice in pink or baby blue, dress-wise, but I didn't want to do one pink and not one pink. I wanted them to be similar but a little bit different, not identical. And I didn't want to do a pink one and then a blue one because they're both girls. So I thought if I stick for gender neutral colours, and I wanted them to both be similar, so I didn't want them both falling out over the pink one. I know what little girls can be like with pink, so they can both have pink other things. So yeah, I went for more neutral colours, and I've really enjoyed making them. It's been lovely, been good fun. Yeah, so I finished this one this morning. and I decided I'd made a much better job of putting the arms on this one. So I took the arms off the first one and put them back on again and made a better job of them the second time round. There's a button keeps the arm in place, a little button here. So you stitch all the way through using a long doll needle, and then that allows the arm to articulate, because you need to put the arms up to take the clothing off. And I think you can actually buy ready-made clothing for them, or you can buy the patterns and the fabrics or the kits to make the various clothing. There's all sorts you can make for them. Not that I'd be buying, obviously I'd be making my own, but just, you know, it's something they can continue to collect as they get older, and hopefully it might inspire them to do a little bit of sewing. So there we go, that's what I've been doing this week. So what else? I've been haven't done any further dressmaking yet. I'm going to be working. It's the most horrible wet day. It's absolutely pouring down, and we do really need the rain, so I'm not complaining, but the rain has been hammering down. It's been quite cool, so I've put on my Lamma hoodie. This is by Itch to Stitch, and this I would normally be seen wearing this in the gym. I'll put a photograph of it because it's a really lovely sweatshirt for colour blocking, and I used the remnants from my Boudoir Bouquet French Terry, along with some ordinary French Terry from Pound Fabrics, to colour block it for the gym. And then I have this print in activewear, which I colour block with some navy blue supplex. I particularly like the thumb holes in the hands and the sleeves, really easy to do, and again a little opportunity to colour block. I think they look really rather nice, and you know, if it is a cool day, you can just pop your hands in there to keep your hands warm. It has a hood. Don't usually wear the hood, and there's also I've put the sorry if I've rustled my microphone. I did put using my rivet press, I put eyelets in there so that I can put a shoelace through. And I do sometimes have the shoelace through if I'm wearing this casually. But if I'm wearing it at the gym, I don't want it to get caught in any of the machines. So I take it out for that. It's very easy to put back in if I want to. Most of the time I do wear this at the gym. It's the perfect cover up. It's perfect to go in with the weather we have at the moment. And then it's perfect to wear until I'm warm. And then I might put it on depending what I'm doing, put on, take off, depending just what I'm doing in the gym. So yeah, and it was chilly today, so I thought I'd just pop it on. It has I think the only thing I would change, it has pockets. You might not be able to see it, I will just stand up. It has pockets where you would expect to see kangaroo pocket, but they are separate pockets, and if anything they're just a little bit small. I think maybe a kangaroo pocket would be better, like on my Stanton hoodie, but they're okay. There's, you know, there is space all the way down and there's a decent lip, so maybe I need to stitch them up a little bit so that the pocket is deeper. But yes, pockets so you can pop your things in there, and as I say, great for being in the gym. So that's me, that's what I'm wearing. I've got my good old favourites, my navy Largo Cargos on, so I'm toasty warm, and yeah, making up for the fact that the weather has gone decidedly chilly today. It can't make up its mind at the moment. We're typically in England, so yes, if you're not happy with the weather, just wait half an hour and it will probably have changed. We've had glorious sunshine, we've had 22, 23 degrees, we've had warm breezes that have felt as though they were coming up from the south of France, and we've had torrential rain and wind, and all of that in the last 24 hours. Yeah, you couldn't make it up. That's what happens when you live on an island that's in the that gets a little bit the weather from the jet stream. So yeah, we are very reliant on the weather. So yes, so that's what little update. I thought before I give these lovely heirloom dolls to my next door neighbour. I thought I would do a little video about them. So if you have any questions, have you made Luna Lapin? They're very popular. I know my lovely friend Judy has made a whole village of Lunas. She's made Luna friends I'd never heard of. She must have all the books. So yeah, is it something you'd like to have a go at? Have you tried them? Let me know. Have you never heard of them? Are you tempted to try them now I've told you about them? Cool crafting. The details will be below in the box. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. It's Saturday, so yeah, and enjoy. It might not be weekend when you see this. Sorry about that. Enjoy your week, whatever you're doing. Enjoy your sewing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.